It looks like Jensen, the CEO of Nvidia, has become one of the biggest winners from this China trip. A lot of you guys know that, again, a series of CEOs, Elon Musk, Tim Cook, Jensen, who owns Nvidia, headed to China with Trump. And this was a really big trip. I mean, again, you guys know that I have no problem calling out BS when I don't agree with something. I thought this was like the Avengers of CEOs heading on over to China. And there's obviously, immense competition between the US and China. There's been a really big focus for Nvidia to be able to be allowed, right? There was regulatory issues for Nvidia to be allowed to start selling some of their chips directly to China itself. And it looks like that optimism has paid off today. That's why we saw such a rally yesterday, that there was hopes that a deal would come of this. And it seems like exclusive US clear, the H200 chip cells, which I think is the second most powerful chip that Nvidia currently makes, chip cells to 10 China firms as Nvidia's CEO looks for breakthrough. So this is progress. This is a great outlook. I could see why price targets for Nvidia could rise because of this. Now, does this mean that all of Nvidia's problems are solved and, it's only going to go up from here? No, it just means that, hey, if Nvidia is allowed to do business in China, like let's humanize all of this, right? What does this mean? Well, Nvidia is a business that generates $220 million in revenue, right? If we head on over to Investing Pro very quickly, just so you could see, almost $216 billion a year. It's a very valuable company, the most valuable company that's publicly traded. It currently sits at a $5.69 trillion market cap. Yep, that's with a T. It's the first company ever to surpass 5.5 trillion. With that being said, it generates a lot in revenue, right? And its P ratio is not incredibly high. Again, you guys know that I have no problem calling out BS companies that are completely disconnected from their valuation to what they produce as a business. Not only does Nvidia produce a lot in revenue for now, right? But they also have great margins. So it's not just like they have razor thin margins, because there's a lot of companies out there that can produce great revenue, but their margins are razor thin. They could even end up losing money at the end of the year, right? Not Nvidia. Now, there's just so much demand right now for Nvidia. So you can see why so much money is being poured into Nvidia, because it just continues to not only talk the talk, but walk the walk. It truly does, right? And it hasn't even reported earnings yet. Some people are unaware of this, but Nvidia doesn't report until next week. Supposedly it's May 20th. It does have very high expectations, but that's also the thing that you need to remember, is that Nvidia needs to deliver in every aspect to sustain these elevated levels. If it begins to disappoint in any way, then that is where things can begin to fall apart. It's honestly very hard to believe that Nvidia would disappoint, but I need to present that out there because it's always a possibility. But now with this new outlook of, hey, they could possibly sell to 10 China firms, which they weren't allowed to before, I know that if they are fully allowed to sell to China, that can add an additional $10 to $20 billion in revenue a year. Remember, more revenue they make, the more profit they make, therefore the more value that they can, be valued at, or more value they bring to their investors. So is Nvidia a really good deal? No, I don't think anyone in their right mind would justify at these elevated levels in the short term that it's a really good deal. There's a lot of money being poured into AI. Nvidia is at the core center of this AI revolution. And you can see why there's so much attention being driven to Nvidia, right? When it rains, it pours. And right now it is pouring for Nvidia. No question about it. Please understand your intentions. If you're trying to trade something, I can 100% see why you're choosing to trade Nvidia, right? Direction, momentum, fundamentals, and news are in your favor. Like, it meets all criteria right now. With that being said, when looking at the larger time frame, Nvidia always pulls on back to some degree. So if you're looking to invest, just in my opinion, no, it's not a super good deal. I'm invested in Nvidia. but I'm invested below $100 per share. It's like very easy for me to be like, yeah, Nvidia is a great stock. Everyone should buy it. But that's very privileged of me to say because I'm in sub $100 per share. Right now, Nvidia is at 235. It's at all-time highs. And it's not that it can't go higher. In the short term, anything can happen. Again, it's about to report earnings. What if it just absolutely kills its earnings and it blows up? Sure, in the short term, it can rally. But again, that is why your intention is so important. Everyone's intention is different. If your intention is to invest, is it the best deal? Are you getting the best bang for your buck at these levels? In my opinion, no. So I get it. It's not about timing the market, but time in the market. But also, it's important to understand overbought and oversold levels. And we are incredibly overbought, right? Even on the 4-hour time frame, we're at 75 RSI. You can look at it at the 4-hour. Shoot, you can look at it at the 30-minute, and we're still at the 70s. We are overbought in the short term. There's a lot of excitement, a lot of hype, a lot of momentum, and that's great for traders. But for investors, just like you shouldn't feel really bad about yourself when the stock sells off, I wouldn't feel very good about yourself when the stock rallies an aggressive amount within a very short period of time. Your intentions are long-term, right? So make sure you keep your intentions aligned. The only trade that I have so far right now is Marvel. Honestly, it's been kind of a battle. Haven't been the biggest fan of it as of right now. It's been forming these lower highs, lower lows, a lot of consolidation. It's honestly not even selling off. As you can see, I'm relatively break even. I'm up $300, but it continues to go back and forth. I'm up 1,000, then I'm down like 500. It's teeter-tottering. This would not be a short that I would care to really talk about or encourage anyone to take. The reason I was focused on this is that it was overbought. I was looking for some pullback potential. I thought we were going to get it based off this overbought reversal. My average price just wasn't good, just letting you guys know. So it wasn't a good trade. Yeah, it's green, but it wasn't a good nor efficient trade. The thing that I did want to talk about, this one got brought to my attention in today's live trading session. I can make a whole video about it if you would like me to. Again, shorting is not for beginners. Check this out. I've never traded Oscar. I looked into the fundamentals. I looked into what drove the price up higher. I would love to make a video for you guys if you would like me to. I rarely ever take swing trades or shorts as a swing trade, but I would consider it for Oscar. The downside potential is insane. And it's not just like, oh, it just ran up, randomly and it's never crashed. No, it's done this multiple different times. We're approaching a previous resistance, which again, patterns tend to repeat themselves. They don't always have to. It's not about going all in. So I thought it would be interesting to maybe make a detailed video, what's going on with Oscar, why it's pushed up, why I see some pullback potential, and what my plan of action would be, right? Some actionable steps that I would be looking for and taking to take advantage of this possible short opportunity. So again, if you guys would like me to make that video, it seems like I got really good feedback in yesterday's video because it was a lot more detailed, but I don't know if they're just not as popular. So I'm fine with that. I don't need them to be popular, but as long as there's at least enough of you, a few of you, that's all I really would care, actually learning from it and feel like there's positive takeaways, then I would love to do it for you. So again, overall, I'll keep you guys up to date with what it is that's going on. NASDAQ market pushing higher. It's up nearly 1%. It's incredibly overbought, but yes, it continues to run. There is no break of structure. There is no break of pattern. Again, markets are irrational, but markets can stay irrational longer than we can stay solvent. So please be aware of that. Nvidia is leading the way right now for the overall market. There's a lot of excitement. It's up an additional 4%. If this thing begins to pull on back, remember its influence. Markets are rallying because Nvidia is rallying. So if it begins to pull on back for whatever the reason might be, then know that the markets are likely to pull back as well. And Nvidia has yet to deliver earnings. So that's going to happen next week. I do plan to live stream it, so just another reason to subscribe. Again, I do trade live every morning. It's designed for complete beginners. If you've never watched me trade live, I would encourage you, click that second link down below. We have a live session that you can actually preview before you even join LPP. And if you end up seeing that it's something that you want to be a part of, we have a discount code that will be shared with you. And again, that is the second link in the description down below. If you guys like some of the softwares that I use today, Investing Pro and Webull, they're all linked in the description. And don't forget to get connected over Instagram. Everything is literally in the description of this video. I appreciate you guys' time. I hope they're in a thumbs up. Hope that you guys have an amazing Thursday. When in doubt, don't be afraid to cash out. Don't be leveraged during uncertain or irrational times. And we'll see you tomorrow, maybe for the live trading session. Take care, team.